Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Okay, we do have sound now. Well, bam. Let's go with this. Hey, how's it going? Um, I'm in the studio as usual, just screwing around. Um, I've been playing off screen, tinkering, working on stuff, and I figured I'd just show some progress. I've actually been working on the bucket list tune. Okay, so I did something really weird. Like each live stream, um, I started a new recording session, right? So what I did tonight, I did it again. I started something different, but I'm like, hey, I think this is gonna work with one of those previous sessions. So I ended up like copying what I made and trying it out by pasting it onto some of the older sessions. And during those sessions, I made mistakes here and there, timing, this and that, whatever. So, what I ended up doing, I had 3 sessions. Let me see. Let's go. If you can see on this one here. Whoa, what just happened there? I don't know why that closed. Okay, you can see I've got it highlighted right here. It says bucket list 2. And we got right here bucket list 3 and bucket list. Okay, that was like my first, second, and third session. Then I started another session. Just started labeling with the date, like October Jam 2023. That one not quite so relevant. And today, October, Friday 13, right here. This is the new bit, and I started to incorporate it into some of the other stuff. And what I did was I found some of the guitar parts from one session and I dragged them over, and the drum part from another session and incorporated it with the guitar part it was supposed to go with. So this is like a Frankenstein of several different sessions, and I don't know. It's a work in progress, obviously. So, without further ado, you might be familiar with the see this green bar here, that first section. You might be a little familiar with, but I've done some modifications. Like I said, I grabbed this green part from I think session 3. This blue part here is the same riff from like session 1 or 2, but my timing was off, so you can see I got some gapping. And what I did is like I layered those two guitars. That's the same guitar part basically. So I layered them a little bit and I adjusted the timing for one to make it still work. And then there's I had several solo parts that I took here. Well, I've got one that I've been going with, and I just dragged it down, and I'm keeping that one for now, I guess. And then, of course, I've got this whole new section, and it was kind of a pain because I'm taking all these different sessions and I'm trying to match the sound of the recording sessions. You know what I mean? Like especially the drums. I've been tinkering with how I get these drums from the Easy Drummer app onto this app, and I did some mastering in one session. You know what I mean? And when I drag it over to this session and put it on this, like say the same track line as the drums from a previous session, both sessions have different settings and they stay. Unless it's a setting I've affected the entire track to, then the effect I put on that one will affect the new one on that line when I don't want it to. And I had It's a good thing I didn't do it live because you'd be like scratching your heads going, what the hell? So anyway, again, without further ado, let's just hear this, the first part and the new part, and you tell me if it's anything. So yeah, there's the new part at the end there, a little heavier, metalier kind of thing. I don't know if it's quite the sound I want or the transition that I want, but it's getting closer. Okay, um, and obviously, this is like an opus at this point. There's gonna be more parts, because during that second session there's just the one rhythm riff, you know what I mean? And when I got into the solo, I tried making it more of a melody, something you remember, you know what I mean? It's not just random. I'm actually trying to follow stuff and create um, more of a conversation with the music than just screaming, you know what I mean? So instead of rambling, some which a lot of my solo work, improv stuff is. So I'm working on it. I'm trying to create more of a stylized sound to this one, to sound kind of like something Buckethead might play. I don't know, but like I said, I got this rhythm and a lead, and there's layers. There's like three guitar layers on that. Oh, I'm trying to layer up the guitar and give that, you know what I mean, that punch to some of this metal sound. And let's just check them out. Let's mess around. Let's show you what I did. We'll solo it out. So here's one guitar part I did. Of course, I've EQ'd it and mastered for the mix, so I know it sounds tinny, but it's because of how I'm blending them. Alright, and then this one. The difference between those two, basically, I played one with a pick and one with my fingernail, pretending like I'm holding a ghost pick. That's why I get kind of a different sound. And then the third one, instead of playing like chordy stuff, I followed the riff kind of single note like, almost like Sabbath does with some of their tunes. Like their riff is power chords, and then when Ozzy sings, instead of the power chord, there'll be just a single note, like the bass of that power chord, to follow the melody of the vocal. So it's not, and I know, you know, it's not with any vocal here, but I did it for a particular sound. So let's hear that one. See, it's like a single note picking instead of a chord. So, and then, you know, blend it all together with the EQing and everything I did. And I haven't done any bass guitar for this song yet, so when I get so far into it, I'm going to have to go back and pick up the bass and start trying to write some bass parts too. Because if you see over in this visual equalizer, the bass is kind of midway, and it drops down, the wave drops down, and it comes back up to the mids and highs. But I left that dip, I left a little opening for the bass frequency-wise, so it doesn't come so muddy. Hopefully I prepped the mix for that properly, so. And like I said, going from one session to the other, and then trying to like remaster stuff that I've already mastered to match what I mastered on this one before I brought it onto this file, you know what I mean? So not very well planned out. I'm just screwing around, learning still, and forever amazing myself with like how far I've come and the kind of stuff I'm starting to do now. Like I said, I'm working on not just being so improvisy. I want to try to, I want to be able to play it again at some point, or at least be able to recall the melody in my head. You know what I mean? Like, you know how you got your favorite song and you could freaking like wah 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 the whole solo to your favorite song because you know it so well. You know what I mean? You know, like a lot of my songs are just freestyling, friggin' wailing, and you're never gonna recall it. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be like a catchy tune. It's just, wow, dude, he's killing it on that thing. This one, that second part, the solo, is me trying to be more, I don't know. structural with my solo, and I try to be more rememberable. So my motivation hasn't been quite on par lately, so hopefully I continue with this, and this is why I'm doing this little update. I know I haven't been on live much, and I haven't been showing my studio work much. I've not been in the mood, so is I want to share happy vibes. I don't want to be all a bummer, or you know, I just I'll keep that to myself and do my work here and show the progress. And hide how sad, sad, sad of a human being I really am. Just kidding. But anyway, so the bucket list is still going. I do want to go back and continue with the acoustic sessions that I've kind of put on the back burner. I know I was working on a track that I gotta try to put vocals back on. So that going on, and another acoustic track that I want to re-record with this better equipment and better sound, which I haven't even gotten to start that one yet. So a lot of stuff happening, or possibly happening. It's just whether or not I feel like fucking doing it right now. But yeah, I do want to stop in and say, hey, I haven't forgotten anybody, and I appreciate all of you for checking out my stuff and liking it, and strangers liking it and sharing it, reposting or whatever. So thank you all, and I'm just doing a little shout out because I'm still here, I'm still working on stuff, just not as motivated as I have been in the past. So with that, I'm going to say happy Friday 13th, baby. Lucky number 13. I hope you're all having the craziest friggin' day of the year. You know, it's one of those days when the weird shit just happens, and you're just like, man, what the hell? It's Friday the 13th, and so far I've made it through the day injury free. Well, not completely. I mean, look at that. Can you see that? The lighting sucks there. See all the little burns, and yeah. So another reason I haven't been in the studio much, man. I've been really abusing my hands and stuff at work. It's very not indicative for creating when you're feeling sore and stiff and swollen. But anyway, thank you for stopping by. This is, like I said, just a check-in, a shorty. I appreciate y'all, and hopefully I'll be back for more, because it is the beginning of the weekend, so anything could happen. And as always, don't be like me. Don't forget to push the record button. I've done a few live sessions here, and that actually astounded me, and I did not record them in the DAW. Like the rhythm, yeah, and I soloed over it, never recorded a lick. So remember to push that button, whether you like it or not. You gotta have it in order to like it or not. So, and you never know. Like this right here, this is a combination of 2 or 3 different sessions. I hit record, didn't like how shit was coming out, but you know what? I like this. Let me put this over here. Hey, I like this works. Maybe if I can fix it, it'll work. And so hit that record button. You never know. Peace.